yeah, there was a point where I was getting ready and I thought we were gonna be separating. What made me stay, it wasn't just my kids. I felt like at the time I dealt with stuff because I had kids, and I grew up where my parents are married, my grandparents are married, everyone's married, and you don't leave. So it really came to a point where I had to really analyze my whole situation. I was on the phone with my mother because she knows me best. And she was like, you're an asshole. What are you doing? She was like, you have a whole family, you have a house, you have somebody to support you. Because the reason why I was leaving, why I felt like I want to leave, were kind of selfish. You know, I started my career late because I had my daughter young. And when my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, went away, I was young. So I felt like I had a lot of resentment for him because I felt like when he was in jail, it was all put on me to hold him down. But I dated other guys when he was away, and he knows that. I kept it 100 with him once he came out. Not while he was in there, because then he would, you know, kill somebody. But I held him down, not sexually, but in every other way. So then I kind of just analyzed my whole situation. Like, I have a person here who, pretty Jen, ugly Jen, stupid Jen, giggly, nerdy, whatever. He literally accepted me for every type of version of myself that I was. And it's different. Like, I had guys that just want to hook up with me or see me for just physical Jen. They didn't accept me for every other part of me, and it was just something more deeper. It's just, I literally have somebody that will hold me down through thick, thin, good, bad. So is that worth me just dating other guys? Just to have fun for now, because I feel like I didn't have so much fun. But instead, my mom told me I was an asshole. Like, literally, like, that was the phone call. You're an asshole. Like, what are you doing? And I just said, you know what? I got to be honest with him. And I sat him down, and I told him how I felt. And he's like a street guy, so he don't cry, he don't show emotion, like, you know? And he was just like, I can never imagine my life without you. And it's like, to have somebody really genuinely feel that way, you don't get that with everyone. You really don't. Like, it's not always about sex, it's not always about money. You know, I've been with him when he had nothing, then I've been with him when he was making crazy money. And I was always there no matter what. Like, you can't buy a respectful person that's 100% about you. It is about vibe, it is about authenticity. I don't know, just, is it worth having fun? Or do I have someone at home that I know at the end of the night, he loves me, you know? So I feel like today, everyone's just so used to, like, if this shit is hard or that one looks better, so I'm going with that. Like, it's so superficial. I don't know, when you have somebody that's good, you know that person. Like, damn, if I lose that person, like how you decide to settle down. There's a reason why you decide with that one person that you want to keep her around for that month or longer. Like, there's just something different. And I don't know, to me, it's not about looking good on Instagram. You'll never see my husband on my Instagram. If you do, it's very rare, you know? I just feel like that to me is sacred, so I don't need to show it off.
I think I just want somebody that's, like, in tune with me. Like, I want them to be fun, I want them to be loving, caring. I like aggressive. Like, I don't like anybody that's just gonna let me get over on them and just be chill. And no, you gotta be like, what, bitch? Where the fuck is you at? Like, what you do?
Yeah, check you. What you talking about? Right? Yeah.
Okay, a little bit. I think Mano's a little too much, though.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, and someone that's just caring, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not expecting the perfect guy, but, like, I definitely want somebody that's like we're on the same page, basically. Like, you know, that's not just too down my throat and, like, he's just there for me. Like, I'm there for him. So
similar to what Kitty was saying. So she would have to be engaging, funny. I would have to be able to laugh with her and be able to build with her. Like, we need to be able to talk about various different things other than fucking social media, right? We need to be able to, and I ain't talking about sports, we need to be able to build on social things and, you know, emotional things, right? And be able to laugh and joke. I need her to feel like almost like my homie in a way. Like, I needed the closeness that you gotta feel like you could hang out with me anywhere. Right? So that's, to me, it makes sense for me like that.
I think the qualities I seek in a soulmate for me will have to be more Someone who is very comfortable with who they are and allow me to be who I am without getting in the way of each other. So like regardless, people change. Within the years, people change, you know, their views on things and everything. So I feel like a soulmate is just somebody who's willing to hold my hand as I'm willing to hold their hand through anything and everything. And like I can literally confide in this person because you can get in relationship with people. Like I believe there's different stages of soulmate. You know, I believe there's that soulmate who teaches you about certain things in your life at that point. So you get to a point in your life where like, okay, this is it. This is a soulmate where I already learned all these different qualities of a relationship with previous relationships, so I can hold this soulmate's hand and be like, okay, we're gonna do this together, and now we're just gonna go into the unknown. Because eventually we all get old. That's what we seem to forget. You know, everybody's gonna hit 60, God willing, 70, 80, where these things that we find amusing now are not going to be amusing in those years to come. So are you willing to wipe my ass when I shit on myself in that bed, when I can't get up, you know, when I throw up on myself, when my titties are saggy and I don't look the way I look? You know, are you willing to love me the same way you love me when I look like, you know, that? Are you willing to love me like that now? And the same thing for myself, you know, how I look at my soulmate. So those are the qualities. Somebody that's really confident in who they are for years to come and confident in who I am for years to come, and hold our hands through it all.
So we have to be best friends. I have to be able to come to you, cry to you, vent how I'm feeling. You have to be supportive. You gotta be aggressive. You have to be amazing in bed. You have to be like spontaneous, like we driving down the highway and you like, come on, let's pull over, let me just suck my dick. Like you gotta be like that. Like I hate boring people. If you're boring, it's definitely not gonna work because I'm like mad, outgoing, and outspoken. So you have to match. We have to match. Like you can't be judgmental. Can't be stuck up. I don't like bougie bitches. Just don't work for me. So yeah, that's what works for me.
Like in a soulmate, so I'm kind of in that position right now. Kind of because I met this girl when I got to New York like 3 years ago. And we've been through fucking everything, but like I have a twin brother, but he lives in Germany right now. And like, so it's basically, she's been there for me. I've been through the struggle with her. Like she's been there for me like when you know what I mean? Like we just make each other laugh, we have fun. She's like the girl version of me. Outgoing, fun, and it's fucking dope. And sometimes like, I wish she could just be my best friend instead of like relationship times are kind of hard. But no matter everything we went through and shit, like we're still the same today as 3 years ago, and like that's dope. No matter shady shit, like, you know, everyone been shady in a relationship. I don't give a fuck. But it's just like, we just have that bond and connection. Like you feel like no matter what goes on, don't walk over each other, but we'll always be like, if she ever needed to call me, I'll answer. If I call her, she'll be there for me, no doubt. So I just feel like a good friendship is like soulmate for me.
It's two parts. So one is support. I feel like had I gotten better support beforehand, I would have been greater quicker. I think that the worst feeling in the world is knowing that you're really doing some dope shit and not having somebody to like back you up. And I grew up in a family-oriented environment where family wasn't really family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they teach you that blood is thicker than water, but a lot of niggas was hating, and it was just like a lot of that. And so I took that into adulthood and didn't really know what support was until I met some like-minded people, and then I became supported. So I know that that's it. The second thing is transparency. I didn't grow up in a family full of I love yous and this is good and keep going and knock it out the park. They did it, but not in that way. They did it in a very aggressive way. And if you weren't aggressive, you kind of looked at it like, do y'all fuck with me? Do y'all love me? So I know going forward, a soulmate for me would be very transparent. Just period, just up and down. Yo, I love you. Yo, this is dope. Keep going. I'm here. And those simple things like that mean a lot to me.
I honestly don't seek nothing in nobody. I want to just work on myself and everything else will come to you. Like, and yeah, I want a God-fearing man. Yeah, I want somebody who lives in their truth. But again, that comes with it. That comes with you knowing yourself enough that you attract everything. You don't need to worry about what points. You don't need to worry about the man-made rules. It just
It falls in its own alignment, you know, and then you happy, and then you feel like, okay, I found my best friend, or I found like the soulmate. I found the person who was supposed to help me grow. And then on top of that too, a lot of the things that people don't seem to realize is that you have to like reflect on yourself. You have to see what can you bring to the table for that person. So I want to be able to supply my man with like pampering him just like how he's supposed to pamper me, you know, and that's something that women don't seem to take on nowadays anymore. So I'm old school mixed with new school, so I want to be able to pamper my man. I want to be able to like do whatever he needs, whatever he wants, and whatever he imagined but didn't think that could actually happen, you know, so, yeah.
Somebody that makes me the best possible version of myself. Basically someone that will put me in my place when I need to, whether I want to hear it or not, kind of keep me in check. Someone that I really don't have to worry about. You know, just someone that will keep it 100 with me because they care about my feelings. That my needs and wants kind of come before theirs, and it's just a mutual respect for each other. And someone who just loves me for me.